Hello, friends, and welcome to Empower You 2 podcast. I'm your host, Natasha Paris, and I'm excited because you are in the building with me. You can be anywhere in the world, but you have chosen to be here with me, and I am so humbled and appreciative. Let me tell you about this show. Each and every single week, we continue to empower you to greatness that is truly going to help you, whether you are a person that have experienced a heartbreak, have gone through a divorce, or have endured levels of trauma of any kind, or you're just a person trying to rebuild their life and themselves, and now you are finally ready to live a life full of abundance, joy, and peace, then this show is for you. So with that said, thank you again for being here. I am extremely grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you because together we are empowered for greatness. You ready? Let's go. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Empower You podcast. I am your host, Natasha Paris, the empowerment strategist and the transformational speaker. Super excited to come before you. Yes, I've added another title because I'm transforming lives. I am in a place where God has put me, and I am taking this baton and running with it. And so should you. But today we are going to talk about what prevents us from running with that baton. What prevents us from running and becoming the best version of ourselves? And my friends, I'm so excited to share with you this topic. As always, I'm always excited about talking about things that can inspire, empower, and transform lives. But what I know for sure is that you need to focus on how to keep from losing your mind. Yes, how to keep from losing your mind. Episode 30, my friends. Episode 30. How to keep from losing your mind. Because let me say this. It is so vital. And I say this often. It is so vital. I'm jumping right into this. That you make a conscientious effort to not get caught up and lose your mind and really struggle with frustration and have an increase of negative thinking as well as negative functioning. And when I say negative functioning, because when your mind is blown, and not in a good way, when you have lost the opportunity or the ability to control what comes in your mind and the ability to put it to a stop, it takes a toll on you physically. It really stops you in your tracks where you find yourself laying in bed, crying, being in a place where you feel like your life is at its wit's end and feeling like there's no way out. There's no way out. So how do you keep from losing your mind, my friends? I'm going to give you some pointers on this because too often I have met individuals who said, I am losing my mind. I feel like this is enough and I don't know when it's going to stop. Well, I've been there. I have been there too, where I felt like I was losing my mind. I felt like I couldn't grab hold on to that life preserver. You know that life preserver when someone throws it out to you when you're drowning or when you're in the water and you just feel like you can't get it. And someone says, grab my hand, grab this life preserver, and you just can't. And you feel like you're just sinking low and low and low. Yeah, I know what that looks like. And I know what that feels like. And I've heard it from others as well. Because this life, my friends, is not easy. It is not easy. And so, as we embark on this journey within episode 30, I want you to know that there is hope and there is bright light at the end of the tunnel. Do not give up. Do not give up on your life, because it gets better when you do specific things strategically to make a shift in your livelihood. Yes, my friends, there is hope. So for all of those who have lost loved, for all of those who've lost an actual person, for all of those who've had a dream and the dream has been deferred and you feel like there's no way out, or for those who've experienced high levels of trauma, I want you to know that you will not lose your mind. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, okay? Because if you're listening to this, that means that you are ready for a change. And from you, my friends, it is possible. It is possible. So let's jump into this right now, my friends. I want you to know that you have the ability to make it to the other side. So let's jump into this, my friends. Let's jump into this. Okay. How do you keep from losing your mind or a positive mental health, right? Because for those who don't know, if you're listening to my podcast for the very first time, I want you to know that I am a licensed mental health therapist, have been for the past 24 years, and I've seen a whole lot. I've counseled people in cities such as Philadelphia, New York, where I'm from. If you haven't noticed, I do have a little bit of a New York accent. Some people say I have a lot, right? But New York, New Jersey, Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Washington, D.C., Virginia, as well as many parts of Maryland. I have counseled individuals who were on the verge of losing their mind, or they had lost it, and I told them to hold on. And these are some of the things that I've shared with them, and I'm sharing with you today. So, of course, I always have some pointers. I have 7 key golden nuggets that I will share with you that will support your growth and your wellness. You ready? Let's go. Okay, first and foremost, I want you to understand that to maintain a positive mental health and to keep you from losing your mind and prevent you from feeling overwhelmed, I want you to know that there's some strategies, okay? And there is hope, like I've said before. The first is I want you to practice self-care. I want you to first, and practicing self-care is not only about carving out time for yourself and practicing activities or engaging in activities that bring you joy. You know, I've said this on many occasions in many of my episodes, and if you have not listened, go back and listen to those prior episodes, okay? Because I talk a lot about it, right? And I talk about how it's important for you to engage in activities. But this is the thing that I need you to hear me and hear me out well, my friends, is that practicing self-care means that you are aware that things are not always good. Yes. It's important for you not to live in that la-la land or in your head in the clouds, believing that everything is okay, but yet you are having panic attacks. Yet you are having anxiety. Yet you cannot even walk out of your home or walk into a room filled with other people because you feel overwhelmed. And so self-care first also must be about you admitting that there's something wrong. Because look, God has created us in such a way that it allows us to know. Our bodies will tell us, it will signal to us. Our bodies will signal to us when things are not right. Okay? It's like the ambulance has gone off in your heart and you feel like something is not right. And so the first thing is, when I talk about self-care, in addition to enjoying the activities and carving out time for yourself, I also say admit that something is not right. And when you can admit it, boy, my friends, that is half the battle. That is half the battle. Okay? The second thing that I want you to do to help you not lose your mind is to address the things that prevent you from focusing. See, now you've admitted it. Now address it. Is it the trauma that you've endured? Is it the fact that you are not loved by your parents, right? Because remember, a lot of what we've gone through stems from childhood, oftentimes. So really begin to address it. And, it's always important for you to address it with a professional. And if you have not already know about my Empower You to School counseling program, DM me, okay? I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, and I also have a YouTube page, Natasha Paris, 4 and the letter U. Reach out to me because let me tell you, seeking a professional to help you guide you, help you address those things that don't feel good is vital. It's so vital. Okay, so definitely seek professional support. Okay, seek professional support to address it because it can be very intimidating if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, all right. My third point is this. I want you to do this. I want you to begin to establish structure in your life. Okay. If you are feeling like you're losing your mind, sometimes it may not be that deep as I initially stated. It may just be that you need order in your life, my friends. Your house is chaotic, right? You have clothes all over the floor, right? You have dishes in the sink. You have paper all over in your office. When you are surrounded by clutter, it causes you, and there are studies that talk about it, it causes you to feel uneasy, feel like, I feel overwhelmed, like I feel like I can't get it together. But take a look at your surroundings. So it's important for you to establish structure. It's important for you to create a routine that helps you feel more organized. And it gives you a sense of stability, my friends. It gives you a sense of stability. It's important for you to understand that structure is what we all desire. Children start off wanting structure, even though they fight against it, right? But they do well and they excel well, exponentially when structure is offered. And so if you as an adult don't have structure, or your house is chaotic, or your desk at your office is chaotic, it causes you to feel a level of instability. The next point is, I want you to stay connected. Stay connected with those who love you. Social connections play a crucial role in someone's mental health. I tell my clients all the time, as well as my scholars in my Empower You school, that it is important for you to do what? It's important for you to reach out to family and friends and even an online community, such as Facebook groups, right? Because it's important for you to stay connected. It's important for you to be able to share your feelings and experiences with others. So that helps to reduce that level of frustration that often happens when you're in a place of isolation. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. It helps you stay connected and it helps you with your emotional wellness when you are connected. When you are connected, because it reduces those feelings of isolation. Because in isolation, my friends, in isolation, breeds levels of disdain, breeds levels of insecurity. I mean, isolation is great for specific moments, but not every day, all day, 24/7, right? Because we are human beings. We strive on connection. We strive on connection, my friends. Number 5, limit exposure to negativity. Oh, that is a big one. You're going to have to limit the constant exposure to negative news or toxic environments that can really put a detriment on your mental health, right? Because it's important for you to understand that you have to set healthy boundaries for yourself. You know what I say? Protect your peace. You have to protect it at all costs. Why? Because first things first, right? We are surrounded by so much negativity. If you listen to the news, I mean, there's nothing really great about watching the news, right? It can really make us very scared. It can make us feel like doom is about to take place. And not just that, it really plays a doozy on your emotional wellness as well as your feelings of stability and safety. And so it's so important for you to limit as much news that you're listening to. I mean, of course, you have to listen to the news to hear what's going on. But for me, I'm like, if I need to hear about it, I will hear about it. Believe me, as much as I'm on social media, okay? So you want to limit that. And the second piece to that regarding limiting your exposure to negativity is that it's important for you to choose who you hang around, right? I can't stress this enough, right? If you are hanging around individuals who are very negative, who are always looking to start a fight or talk about other people, that can really take a toll on your mood. It can take a toll on your spirit. And so it's important for you to not only limit the type of social interactions you're having, as I said, but to also engage in activities that uplift your mood and your spirit. My 6th point is that it's important for you to practice stress management. It's so important for you to let go of the stressors that you have, because if you don't, it's going to get bottled up inside and you're going to explode. And so when I talk about your stress management, I'm talking about incorporating stress reducing techniques into your life, into your routine, such as deep breathing. Deep breathing techniques help tremendously, right? If you have not listened to my empowerment affirmation series, and I just did one prior to this one, episode 29, that speaks to how you can live, that you are free. And I incorporate deep breathing into the actual episode. And so it's important to be able to take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it, and then exhale through your mouth. Because that is that releasing of the negative energy or just the energy of tension, my friends, right? Also, exercising. I've talked about it before. Exercising makes a huge difference because what it does is it actually releases endorphins in the brain, which helps to reduce stress and increase positive feelings, right? So exercise, yoga, stretching, and even journaling. I've said it before, right? When I give you my empowerment assignments, the empowerment homework assignments, that it's important for you to journal. Every opportunity you have to let it go, Let it go, my friends. Release the stress, release the anxiety, release the fears, because it's in the release that you can actually receive. Yes, yes. Okay, so my last point. This is super important, and I want you to listen and listen carefully and closely. And that is, I want you to focus on gratitude and positivity. You have to be in a place where you are controlling the thoughts that are coming into your mind by knocking them out and replacing it with thankfulness and replacing it with positivity. Because so often we are not conscientious of the thoughts that come into our minds, and we entertain those thoughts. We entertain those thoughts with, oh, yeah, that person was right about what they said about me. And we actually begin to make a movie. How many of us have done that? I know I have. I've been there where I literally have to take out the popcorn and I start just having like the popcorn, and my mind is just going through the whole drama, the suspense, the romance, all of that, all in my head because I'm watching this movie. And so it's so important for when those thoughts come into your mind, do not, my friends, hear me when I say this. Do not entertain those thoughts because it will take a life of its own. And so immediately when those thoughts come, you have to make a conscious effort to cultivate a positive mindset by not focusing on the negative, but focusing on the positive. And the best way to do that is to immediately say, I am thankful for my life. I am thankful that I am here. I am thankful, God. I am thankful, Jesus, for being here. I'm thankful for giving me another life. So practicing gratitude regularly, my friends, and acknowledging the things that you are grateful for, it makes a world of a difference, right? And it is important. This is the therapist in me. I often say, engage in positive self-talk. You know how some people say, I don't talk to myself. Oh, you better start talking to yourself. You better start saying good things to yourself, because so often we are saying not so good things. But yet we want to say we don't talk to ourselves. That's for crazy people. No, self-talk. When you feel yourself getting into that pit of desperation or depression or isolation, you need to talk to yourself. You need to say positive things. You need to affirm positive things. Again, listen to my self-empowerment affirmation. It is in this podcast series. You will find it, right? In addition, it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift you, not bring you down, people who uplift you and support you. I speak so often about that, and especially we are in the post-COVID era where many people lost lots of friends, or they found out who their friends were because when they were home in isolation, they didn't get calls. They were, they were left and no one was paying attention to them. And they made a decision, a conscious decision, that they were no longer going to continue with these fake friends, right? They weren't going to continue with that. And so it's important for you to surround yourself with people that love you, that support you, that affirm you. Because, my friends, life is very tough and it can be very toxic at times. So it's important for you to make conscious decisions about who you let into your circle, who you let love you, who you let concern you, right? And so, my friends, I want you to remember that everyone's mental health and journey is unique. And it is so important that you make conscientious, strategic methods and techniques, incorporate that into your life. Because, my friends, you will not lose your mind. You will make a decision to follow these techniques, that will support your mental health and that will allow you to become the best version of yourself. And so let's summarize, my friends. Let's summarize, okay? First things first, you want to first admit that things are not going well. Okay. Second thing is, I want you to begin to address it. Seek professional help if you are struggling, because you cannot struggle by yourself, because it can be very exhausting. Okay. Number 3, create a routine and create order in your household, in your life, because a chaotic house makes for a chaotic mind. Okay. Number 4, stay connected. Stay connected to those who do love you. And if that is a struggle, finding someone to love you in your own household or in your family unit, connect with people who like what you do. There's so many amazing online groups that you can connect with other people, because really, us as humans, we strive on human connection, okay? Number 5, I want you to limit your exposure to negativity. And that means that you're going to limit how long you're on social media, right? Watching the news, limiting how often you engage with people who are negative, if at all. Okay? Number 6, I want you to practice stress management. That is so important, and it is important for you to release. And you can do that through deep breathing. You can do that through exercise and yoga and stretching. And you can do that with journaling or music. Whatever allows you to let go and live. Because you can't hold on to that baggage. It's so heavy. We've talked about it in prior episodes, okay? And number 7, I want you to focus on gratitude. Because when you are thankful for the small, when you are thankful for the things that are not necessarily going right, but you find something to be thankful for, do you know that the universe hears you and brings you more of that? So be thankful, be grateful. Say thank you to your life. Say thank you to our Creator, God. God loves you so much. And I want you to know that you are great because of it. And so, my friends, I don't want you to lose your mind. So here is the empowerment affirmation. Well, I should say empowerment homework assignment. Okay. And that is, I want you to say 5 things that you are grateful for. Say it and then write it. There's something about writing, something about having the pen or pencil touch that paper, because it activates our senses, right? Because you're not only saying it, you're actually writing it and you're visualizing it. So when we can incorporate several of our senses, our 5 senses, into what we're doing, it allows it to penetrate not just our hearts, but it penetrates our minds and our souls. So I want you to write down 5 things that you are thankful for. Write it down. So what are my 5 things? I'm going to just share it with you really quickly off the top of my head. I am thankful for life. I am thankful for my children. I am thankful for my business. I am thankful for my family and friends that love me. And I'm thankful for health. Yes, those are my 5 things. I want you to write down, and also not just write it, but say it. What are you thankful for? Because it's something about being thankful that allows some of that negativity, if not all of it, if you keep doing it, to melt away. So with that said, my friends, I want you to know that you are empowered for greatness, because without greatness, there's no you, and without you, there's no greatness. Okay, my friends, see you on the other side. Bye. If you are loving this content and our time together as we become empowered for greatness, and you want to connect with me more, I would love for you to come and check out my Self-Empowerment Scholars. It's my monthly empowerment sessions where we take all of the materials learned on the podcast and apply it and study it and take it to the next level. So join me over at Empower You, the letter U, 2, right? The number 2.com/join, or you can text the word empower to 571-464-6511. That's text the word empower to 571-464-6511. Also, if you've ever gained an ounce of wisdom or the episode resonated with you, I simply ask that you do 4 things. The first is I want you to subscribe right now if you have not done so already. The second is I want you to hit that 5-star button on your favorite platform. The third is I want to hear from you. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear how it has resonated for you. In addition, the last, I want you to share this message with someone. It allows us to spread the message of empowerment to those who are desperately in need. So I look forward to seeing you on the next episode, and I want you to be what? Empowered for greatness. See you soon. Bye.